For me, white bass and wipers are a spring and fall fish. I don't really target them much during the middle summer. I don't really target them much in the winter. Having said that, they are catchable during both seasons. It's more really a matter of finding them, and that's why I lean so hard on things like the shad spawn or their own spawning runs, even in the case of the wiper that's a false spawning run because they don't actively spawn or effectively spawn, even though they go through the motions. The location of them during summer and winter is the tricky part. Now, we caught one really big one here at Horsetooth one time in the middle of winter by targeting schools of bait, and we were vertical jigging for trout and smallmouth. And while we were doing that, Ronnie Castiglione, who used to guide with me, he's been a frequent guest here on Fishful Thinker, spotted a return on the graph, dropped to it, started working his bait. It was a 3-inch gulp minnow on an 1/8-ounce jig head, I believe is what he caught that one on. And lo and behold, caught a great big wiper in the end of December. This fish is very, very old. They hadn't been stocked in here at 10+ years at that point. So, and they don't reproduce naturally. So to find one still living, and that fish was beat up with oversized fins, it was clearly a very old fish, is a testament to a little bit of their durability.
Just hold him tight, there is no hurry. Oh my gosh, dude, that's not even a trout.
Is it a wiper?
It's a wiper.
Sweet.
Look at the size of this freaking wiper, are you kidding me?
Ronnie likes to catch wipers, I'll tell you that much.
Slow, he's gonna get nuts.
Yeah, he doesn't even know he's hooked yet.
No, he doesn't even know he's hooked yet. Hey, oh, I'm gonna net him if he gets close enough.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take advantage.
But I want to get him when his head's facing towards me.
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude, that. Oh my God, dude, we got to get him off and unhooked in a hurry because that's an ancient fish. Oh, buddy, look at his scar on his side. Yeah,
one.
how about that, buddy? Holy, he's milting all over you.
I got him.
Oh, dude, we came out to do a show about fishing for trout, but you want to stick big wipers. Ronnie says, I think this is a big trout. You think?
I like big wipers.
When it comes to what conditions I like to catch them in, I want it as calm as possible, and that is rare. Most species of fish, I'd rather have some wind chop or something like that. But the reason I like the calmness is it lets me, in both scenarios of them feeding on bait fish in the late summer and fall, or in the spring, it lets me see surface activity a whole bunch better, and it gives me a more variety of lures that I can use, and it lets me work up and down the dam faces or hard structure very easily in the boat. If the wind's ripping, we can still catch them, don't get me wrong, and there's a lot of places where you can catch them, you know, very, very well when the wind's blowing, but if I can pick a perfect condition, I'd rather it be calm, and at which point I'll pick the speed of my lures up to compensate for the calm conditions. If you're talking about trying to target white bass and wipers late summer, early fall around the bait fish, you got to find the bait fish first. And generally the thing that I will do for that is follow the main river channel, whatever reservoir I'm in. These fish are primarily reservoir dwellers, so you're going to deal with primarily reservoirs, and they're going to have an inlet and an outlet and maybe several inlets, and they're going to have a channel of some sort, a river channel, whether maybe it's defined, maybe it isn't, but I'm going to be looking for them adjacent to the main lake basin, typically following a river channel or a creek arm as they work their way back for later in the fall when the shad are all the way in the backs of the creeks. But in the meantime, I'll try to intercept them on their way back in.
All right, as I'm looking down this dam, we're working down this dam face, and I'm watching all the shad on the surface, and I've also got the active target looking, so I'm kind of looking in front of the boat over the top of this dam that we're fishing over the top of, and so there's fish moving all around the head of the boat, and I've only been fishing for 15, 20 minutes at the most at this point, so I haven't been here in several years, haven't been to this particular area of the lake in like 5 or 6 years, maybe more than that. And so I really don't know what to expect, except for that I've got day one stuff. I got breeze blowing over a dam, a submerged dam face. It's roughly 10 feet to the top of the dam. And I've got shad moving all over the dam face. So all over on the surface. I don't know if the camera picking them up, but there's shad bouncing all around the boat here, to the point where I'm feeling the shad get up against my flicker shad and kill the action on it, where all of a sudden my bait just goes dead for a quarter of a second, almost like a fish bit it, but it's just the little shad that are running with it. And it's a really good opportunity for anybody in the lake that's in here. So it could be bass, you know, black bass, wipers, walleyes, crappies, everybody could be on here. When I look at the active target, it really does look like everybody's on here. And I'm trying to stick with a moving bait. There's a lot of color in the water, more than what it looks like. And so anything that doesn't have a distinct vibration or rattle to it is potentially going to get lost between the breeze and all the bait fish and the color of the water. So, and the wind's actually blowing harder than it looks. We're kind of swirling around the boat. But I know that with a multi-species bait on a multi-species spot with a whole bunch of bait fish around here, everything on the deck of the boat, there's a jerk bait, a lipless crankbait, a money badger crankbait, and a gulp minnow. There's also a topwater on there in case I see wipers or bass come up. Have not seen anything that tells me they're coming to the surface yet, so that topwater will not get picked up unless I see something that tells me that I should be throwing it. But I got bit so quick subsurface that I really feel like it's the right answer anyway, but it could always be a sucker move, so we'll mess around here and find out though. I may have to get a jig out and get tighter to the bottom with them to have a better shot. And I'm not trying to make big hero throws, I'm just trying to keep the bait relatively close to the boat. I know there's a lot of fish high in the water column based on the active target and the surface. There's one right there on the surface activity. And I believe that's going to be another wiper. So we'll lock the boat down right here, and that's why you do that, guys. That's why we do that. That's why we come to a dam face here. And I got, this is light line, guys. This is 8-pound test X9 braid on here. It's a little winch rod, and then it's only a 6-pound fluorocarbon leader. So, oh, that's a big one too, guys. This is gonna be interesting. This one's got a face full. Stay out of my trolling motor. This one's gonna get interesting before it gets better, guys. I have a feeling. Keep them away from the trolling motor. Okay, where's my net? There's my net. Yeah, we're gonna need this over here before it's over with. All right, and we don't wanna pull on him. We're gonna let him do his thing. Oh, he's not as big as I thought he was, but I will take him. Come on around here, baby. And that's why we're working down the dam face with a flicker shad. And I want to point out, you guys just saw the whole fight from start to finish on 6-pound test. Guys think you need heavy line and heavy stuff to handle these guys.
Bottom line is this: the hardest part about catching wipers or white bass is locating them. The next hardest thing about getting them going and keeping them active is staying on top of them. So that's the big thing you have to watch out. Can we find them in the first place? And can I keep track of them as my day progresses, as they move around? So that's what the whole shooting match comes down there. And if you pay attention to those two things, you'll catch plenty of them.